Hello, I'm Tatsuyoshi Saijo. I belong to Research Institute for Humanity and Nature. I'm going to talk about future design. This is an emerging new field to cope with our future, starting from Japan. What have we been doing? We means human being. I'm going to give you just one example called nitrogen cycle. Picking up some nitrogen from the air using water and fossil fuels, we can create ammonia called the Haber-Bosch process. Ammonia can be fertilizer. Fertilizer can make some food and explosives. They obtained Nobel Prizes. Actually, the human-made fertilizers can pollute atmosphere, including PM 2.5, and polluting land, these brown parts, right, and the ocean. So many pollutions. And production of ammonia increased around or after right after World War II. Huge increase. Production of foods makes human population goes up so rapidly. Human can use energy, means burning fossil fuels can create climate change. So it means destroying carbon cycles. We've been destroying so many cycles, like biochemical flows, phosphorus and nitrogen I talked about, genetic diversity. Climate change is in danger. We are now going over planetary boundaries. So many failures to control various cycles has caused many future failures. Why? I just want to go back to our human nature. Sapolsky said we do have three important characteristics. We are a sociality, we are intensely social, and our fanciest types of intelligence are social skills. This is wonderful. Contrast. Our brain is more interested in contrast than absolute. Wow, I had a huge noise outside. Outside is getting darker suddenly. So we want to go to some location where no change. No change means the optimal point. So contrast is a kind of short-term optimality principle. Impulse. The dopamine reward pathways in the brain light up on brain imaging tests when we go for the impulsive immediate reward. What's gonna happen to the future? We are optimistic. We forget about something offering in the past, pursue pleasure now, and consider the future optimistically in order to survive. So these are our natures. Our nature creates the world of all against all, fighting each other. In order to stop this fighting, we are supposed to make some social contract. And using social contract, we can obtain liberty and equality or equity. Then we can create free market and democracy. Wonderful, right? And we are the people who are supposed to control our nature. We've been using this kind of system for over 2 or 3 centuries. And this system can change our nature too. Society is getting smaller, the rest are getting larger. Now is the time to change our social systems. What is the problem? Science doesn't have any future. I mean, science doesn't have any eyes for the future, like Haber-Bosch. Haber-Bosch had never thought about polluting entire Earth. Market. Future people doesn't have any money in the current market. Democracy. Democracy also myopic. They do care about their current people. So these systems are lack of eyes to see the future. So that's the reason we are supposed to design the eyes to see the future. Fundamental concept in future design is called futurability. Imagine parents can be hungry, see? Even though they are hungry, they can give their food to children. Then they can be happier than before. Can we extend this kind of feeling beyond kinship? And I say a person exhibits futurability when he or she experiences an increase in happiness as a result of deciding and acting to forego current benefits, as long as it enriches future generations. Wow, this concept is beyond our economics concept. However, we are thinking about this kind of futurability. And the future design means designing and implementing social systems that activate futurability to control various cycles. And traditional social sciences assume that human beings' way of thinking is given, institutions are given. Then what's going to happen? From the latter part of the last century, people started thinking about designing some social system, given people the way of thinking called mechanism design. And IPCC and many other bodies have been thinking about to change our way of thinking, given institutions. We have to change our institution to change our way of thinking. This is called future design. The traditional research methodology is going to be this way. Using many sciences, we can understand human thinking and behavior and nature. Then we can solve problems. We want to change the order. We are the people who are supposed to design systems, mechanisms to change human thinking and behavior in order to survive. Then we can measure what we can understand how we change people's or human thinking and behavior using traditional sciences. These are our methodologies. And one of the key concepts is imagine a future person, imagine a future generation. You can be a person who belongs to future. From there, you can think about current policy, actually conducting laboratory and field experiments. And wow, it is possible to design social systems that activate futurability. And we started conducting so many practices, then we understand that we can validate the effectiveness of future designs in practices. I'm going to show you just one example. Yahaba town is a very small town. Population is about 28,000. In 2015, Japanese government asked every town and city, please make some plan, future plan for 2060. And the usual way is here, 3, 4, or 5 people supposed to think about the future from the current situation. On the other hand, these people wearing a yellow jacket, and we ask them, you guys supposed to go to the future using time machine without changing their age. Please think current policy from there. Contents are totally different. Current generation people, they think the current problem as future problem. We are short of elderly people's care. However, imagine a future people, they are very creative. Just one example. In Yahaba town, they do have small mountain called the Nansho Mountain. At the top of the Nansho Mountain, there used to be Galaxy train station. Galaxy train station is a very famous story in Japan. They want to utilize this kind of story. That's a beautiful story. And watching this kind of session, and Mayor Takahashi thought about this way. He declared that Yahaba is a future design town in 2018. In 2019, he made Future Strategy Office. And actually, this office created a comprehensive future plan of Yahaba using future design. And we also conduct some interviews for the people who became Imagine a Future people. And we thought about me as a current person, me as a future person. They have been fighting each other in your brain, in my brain. The answer is no. Okay, including 2 people, people started thinking about, okay, from higher point of view. And they say this way, thinking as an imagine a future person is my enjoyment. Thinking as an imagine a future person, even after session, means that whenever I go to supermarket, PTA meeting, I'm naturally thinking me as an imagine a future person. So please take a look at my survey paper in sustainability. Thank you very much.